Great evening to each and every one of you. Lakeisha McKnight is here. Welcome to Leadership TKO, the night show via podcast here on the Leadership TKO virtual radio station. This is a radio station that's actually held underneath and actually parented and protected and housed, however way you want to call it, housed under a limited liability company or an LLC. And the name of the LLC is the International Leadership Education and Development Company, or the iLead Company. And the mission of Leadership TKO, the brand, and of course the LLC, is to partner up with associations, small businesses, faith-based organizations, and universities to build winning leaders. That's what we do. So we encourage you, of course, to visit the website, www.leadershiptko.com, to learn more about it. When you go to the website, be sure to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page. It should be a couple of words that says go directly to the website, go directly to the main site. You can click on that and it will take you to the main site. But what you'll probably see right now is a page where you can learn more about the foundational book, okay? The foundational book for the company, which is Leadership TKO, which is 12 truths to implement to become a winning leader. And as you can see, based on the subtitle for this episode tonight, we're going to be talking about just that. So what I'm going to do at this particular moment is I am going to invite some individuals who are on social media to join in with us tonight. So let me go ahead and do that even as I am chatting with you. And you can feel free to invite other members of your social media community as well as offline to join in as well. The more, the merrier. The more, the merrier. So I am going to invite just a few people to join in with us tonight on the TKO platform. And I am now live. Okay, so I do appreciate all of you faithful listeners out there. And what I mean by that is there are some of you who are here every time that I'm live on the platform. You're just faithful in your listenership and being able to support this particular brand and the platform itself. So on behalf of all the leaders, the advisors, the team members a part of this company, I just want to say thank you so much for your faithfulness. Okay, thank you so much for your faithfulness. And so what I'm going to do now is just acknowledge a couple of countries that are connected, that come in, listen to the episodes on demand, and so much more. So there are some of you who do this faithfully. There are those of you from the Virgin Islands, I know for a fact. There are some of you from South Africa, some of you from Nigeria, Ghana, Sweden. There's many of you from Norway and France. Thank you so much. We quite recently realized that we have members from Peru who are listening in. Those of you from Croatia, thank you so much. Many of you from the Republic of Korea, we appreciate you. The Philippines, thank you so very much for listening in. There are some of you from Canada, throughout Canada, we thank you so much. From Greece, thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, there is just a slew of you. And I'm just grateful. And as a matter of fact, there's something new that we're going to begin, okay? What we're going to be doing is we're going to be giving away some freebies starting next week here on the radio. Yes, freebies. Everybody loves something free that can help them to get to their next level. So this is a way in which we're going to continue to engage with you. There are quite a few freebies, okay? When I say a few, there's more than enough information that we're going to be providing, freebies that we're going to be giving out. So this is going to be a way in which you're going to build, especially for those of you who may have a smaller budget. And we do understand that. We know, of course, business is business. You know, there are certain things that does require a fee. We get it, right? And I'm quite sure you understand. But there are times when we do want to sow. Okay, we want to sow into your lives. We want to help you to become better. And we know that by sowing into your life this way, it's going to help you to be able to do that. So we're super excited to be able to do that for you. So just make sure you stay plugged in. And there's going to be ways in which, because you've referred so many people to listen in, you'll have even more freebies. right? You'll get even more freebies. You'll have an opportunity, right, to get some free advertisement of your business on the platform simply because you referred people in to listen in, and they checked in and they were like, hey, I'm here. And we're going to have super challenges. And what I mean by this super challenges is we're going to challenge you to get people from other countries, whether it be Jamaica, or anywhere, right, where you know other people who can tune into the radio. And we're going to get challenges to get more and more countries tuned in. So I'm just giving you a heads up that if you know people from islands, you know people from other countries, you want to start to get them ready to tune in, because this is going to allow you the opportunity to get some free advertisement of your business. And I know many of you that want to really just gain more clients and build your clientele. So that's what we're going to do. That's just a little bit of a heads up. All right. So, just wanted to share that information with you. But I really want to let you know that with this company, the iLead company and the brand, Leadership TKO, we do have several subdivisions. Okay, we have subdivisions. What that means is sometimes with companies, there are specific groups that the brand will cater to. Okay, specific groups. And so, for example, with Leadership TKO, we cater to authors, we serve speakers, we serve marketers or entrepreneurs who do a lot of work online. And then we also serve specifically women. Okay, women. And most of the women that we serve, they're between the ages of 34. Oh, actually, let me back that up. They're between the ages of 25 and roundabout. We have some that are like in their 50s, early 50s. So that's like the age range that we predominantly serve. But there are quite a few that are outside of that range that listen in. So we definitely want to make sure we better serve you in any way that we can. All right, so let's get to that subdivision there that we were talking about and trying to get to. The subdivision that I really want to hone in on right now is the Leadership TKO for women. Okay, just going to touch on it briefly. Many of you, if you've been listening in steadily, you probably realize that with Leadership TKO for women, there is a campaign that's attached to it. Okay, that's the fuel to the subdivision. The fuel to the subdivision is the campaign. And the name of the campaign is Born to Lead Global Women's Leadership Campaign. All right. So the one thing I want you to take away from this campaign and the knowledge I'm going to give you right now is that we really want to empower women to come together so that we can be effective leaders. A lot of times what you see online is division. You see a lot of division. It's like, and it comes out of nowhere. It's like some ladies don't even know the other women, but yet they have a dislike for them, which is really weird. But I already know what that is. For those of you who are spiritually minded, you know what that is as well. But I just want to let you know that we want to have this campaign to be a successful way of connecting women, breaking those barriers, and helping women to be secure in their own skin and to really heal from their past hurts, because that's what breeds on this hate, right? Out of nowhere is insecurity and so many other factors. Okay, lost, a lack of visible success in their lives because they haven't really felt what success really feels like. That they feel that, they have to kind of trample over people to get certain things, and you have to be cautious. You have to have that healthy ambition. Okay. You have to have that healthy ambition. And we know that, anything that goes against unifying, it's nothing but the plot, the scheme of our adversary. For those of you who are spiritually minded, the enemy, the adversary, just comes to divide, to steal that unity that we really need to have amongst women. So just keep that in mind as well. We'll be probably touching on a lot of that heavily, probably after next week. Here's a little bit of a heads up. I may not be as active on Facebook next week. I'm going on a little bit of a hiatus, or I should say, fast from Facebook. Okay. Just giving you a little heads up. You might hear me on the platform still, might come in, jump in, kind of sow a little nugget or two. Okay, I may sow a nugget or two. I may be on the platform, however, on next Thursday, because we do have an interview still. I still need to fulfill my obligation. Okay, but as far as being actively involved on Facebook, I'm probably not going to be as active. Okay, as far as posting so much, I'm going to be delving more and more into, reconnecting with my creator, right? And just, really getting an idea as to where he wants things to go with certain projects. Okay, so just giving you a heads up. All right, cool beans. All right, so I do want to touch right now on how you can get connected with this campaign that we have going on. Again, the campaign, the Born to Lead Global Women's Leadership Campaign. It's free for anyone who wants to join it. And you simply, on a laptop or a desktop, you'll go to this website. It's www.borntolead2017.com. Again, it's www.borntolead2017.com. When you go to that website, it's going to be a questionnaire that's going to pop up. What I would love for you to do is complete the questionnaire, hit the submit button, and it's going to take you over to a Facebook group where all of us is hanging out. All right. Not many. There may not be everyone that's interacting, but we're all there. Right. And so request to join the group, and either myself or one of the other ladies that helped to launch the campaign, they will let you in. So I want to tell you that there are 5 other women who helped to push this campaign forward. All right. Give you a heads up too that we are going to be transitioning pretty soon towards the end of the year, and we will have some more leaders on deck. Okay. So we got our eyes wide open. This is another reason why I'm taking a little bit of a break. I just really want to be in tune with what God is doing in this season and where he's directing things. Okay. So the 5 women that I really connected with to push this campaign forward is Takara Steele, Dr. Remy Douye, Cheryl Harris Sutton, Shalia McDaniel, and Maricela Messner. These 5 women helped partner and collaborate with me and the iLead company to push this campaign forward. And so we want to build female leaders, and this is the way that we're doing it. Okay. And we want you to be on board. If you believe in sisterhood, if you believe in helping other women to become effective leaders, join in with us. The website to do this is www.borntolead2017.com. All right. So really quickly, let's talk about this subtopic there that you see on the episode title. The subtopic focuses in on how do you become, that winning leader? What helps you to become a winning leader? Of course, I delve into it quite a bit. Okay, I delve into it quite a bit inside of the book, Leadership TKO. And what I want to briefly mention right now, as far as making, you becoming a winning leader, is when you can realize when you have made a mistake and you can own up to it. Okay, I've known many leaders. I've connected with many leaders from all around the world, many which are extremely humble, right? Extremely humble. But then there are quite a few who are full of pride, and pride won't let them humble themselves and acknowledge their wrong. Anybody that knows me knows that if I made a mistake, I'm going to let you know, oops, that was my bad. That was my fault. I'm going to tell you I'm sorry. Sometimes I even apologize for everybody else, right? Because I don't like to see people hurt and then not, for that, that mistake or that issue to not be addressed. Okay. So it's important for leaders to realize that they're human. They're not superwoman and superman to the point where they can't make mistakes. You're human. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fall short. But you just have to keep pressing forward. And those individuals, those women, those men who are able to own up to their mistakes, own up to their wrong, acknowledge it, and get it right, they are the true winners. And I talk a little bit about this again inside of the book Leadership TKO. Okay. What I've acknowledged, I think I might have mentioned this before, is that the first truth in the book, I talk about how leaders work on self first. And if you recognize, one of the things that you can do is definitely connect with your maker. Of course, for me, it would be God, connecting with God, right? And really just getting into his presence. And then what happens is the less you focus on your environment and everything around you, the more he begins to work on you. Okay, the more he begins to work on you and kind of begin that pruning process, removing some things that really does not represent him. So he starts to prune and remove those things that's not like him, because with a believer, for those of you who are not in the faith of Christianity, with the believer, we seek to be more like Jesus. Okay. And this, of course, if you need to know more about it, head on into the Bible. It'll give you some more information about who he is. Okay. But, that's who we seek to become more like, because, Jesus was the man. Okay. He was the man. All right. So that's just something that we do. And in order for you to really be a strong leader, you really, really need to work on yourself. Okay. You really, really need to work on self. This means do not try to compare yourself to everybody else, because everyone else is flawed. Right. I tell people, I said, don't even try to compare yourself. Don't try to compare yourself to me. I'm flawed too. Don't do it. Now, there may be certain things that you like, certain traits, certain things as far as like drive. 'Cause I get that a lot of times. They're like, man, I don't know how you do it. How you do it? You got 2 kids, you got a husband, you got 2 businesses. What in the world? Like every time I turn around, you're doing something. Right? They tell me that all the time. And they're like, of course, when I tell them that, because I'm really transparent with my age too. So when I tell them that I'm pushing close to 40, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe this. You look like you're like 20. Yeah. And this is because, if you learn how to take care of yourself, right? If you learn to work on self first, things like this will happen. You'll have more energy. Kudos, of course, to Zervita, right? Give you more energy. More on that a little bit later. I had to put that shameless plug in there. But, you get more energy, of course, too, when you fast and you engage in certain regimens as well. But when you spend time, away from the normal routine, and you just really get into his presence and you really connect with your maker, you begin to work on yourself, number one, and you begin to see that you're becoming better, a better you. Okay? A better you. So I just wanted to plug in and let you know that one of these nuggets here is that leaders work on self first. But I know that winning leaders own up to their issues, own up to their mistakes, and they get it right. This is what attracts people to you. It makes you to become a leader that just kind of attracts people. They want to be connected, right? They want to stay connected. I threw a post out there on Facebook that, for example, if Facebook went down, how many people will still want to be connected? And there are quite a few, of course, with Facebook metrics. Everybody probably didn't see the post. But, there are quite a few people that still want to be connected, even though they're like hundreds of miles away. They still want to be connected. Because the more you're able to be yourself, and this is Lakeisha in the flesh. It's not going to get any deeper than this, right? Okay, it might get a little deeper, in various settings, okay? But again, this is me, and the only person that you can be is yourself. You can't try to be like anyone else. You only can be your best self. So I just want to say thank you for those of you who decided to listen in tonight. Appreciate you. And I do see, of course, Rika from Portsmouth, Virginia, here in North America on the platform. She is a campaign member as well. So appreciate you for being here on the platform. Thank you so much. And everybody else, of course, that's listening who is a little shy tonight and did not acknowledge that they're listening in, which I know they are. Thank you so much as well. We're going to be back here tomorrow night at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, we have the TKO Global Reality Show that's continuing tomorrow night. We're going to be interviewing author Stacey Boyce Page. Stacey Boyce Page. She is going to be interviewed on the platform. We're super excited. The link is actually inside of the campaign group. So when you join the campaign, you're going to get the link so that you can listen in and watch. You can watch the interview. For those of you on the podcast or the radio station, you're going to be able to listen in still. But if you want to you want to see Miss Page, and you want to see me in action as well, feel free, of course, to join the campaign at borntolead2017.com, and then you'll get the video link as well. All right, so I appreciate each and every one of you. Until tomorrow at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do encourage you to think, to speak, and to live leadership.